I still have a vacuum pump on, so apologies for that if it's making noises throughout the whole video. Also, this miss is participating today. Hi, welcome to another video. Today we are filming my April book haul. This one's a bit of a big one. Things arrived that I wasn't expecting to arrive this month, so my May haul is smaller than I anticipated it to be by quite a bit actually. Like my anticipated May haul. So I have quite a few things here. I'm going to talk about them really quickly. Some of them I don't think I've actually read any of these this month. One of them is one I had already read. So I guess it is going on my read shelf, of course. But most of them I haven't read yet, but quite a few of them I'm going to be attempting to read in May. So there is that. So first off, let's talk about the book I have read. That is The Boy from the Mish by Gary Lonesborough. This is an Australian Indigenous owned voices story following Jackson and Thomas. I read this a couple of months back and I really enjoyed it. I read it on ebook, so from my library, and I decided I wanted my own copy because I think it was really great and I really wanted to support the author, so I got myself a copy of this. I would really recommend it if you were interested in Australian fiction, and I think it's just a really great queer story. Like, it's all around so good. A little book I picked up is Killjoy by Holly Jackson. This is the World Book Day book that is a prequel to Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which is why I hunted it out, because I really enjoyed A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And this is really tiny. I'll probably read Good Girl Bad Blood first, because technically that was out before this. Ow, that was weird. So I will probably put this off till after that, but I wanted to get my hands on it while I still could, because I know World Book Day books can get hard to get your hands on, so I picked up this. Another weird one I should talk about that's kind of outside the normal range of my hauls. This one was actually sent to me as a gift from Dimmick's marketing team, their head office. I'm a Dimmick's Gold member because Dimmick's is my local bookstore, my local Clearing bookstore, and I buy a lot from them. And so they sent me All Our Shimmering Skies by Trent Dalton, which is his newest release. I think it's actually already come out, but I'm not 100% sure. It says 2020, so maybe it came out last year. So this is a Australian book set around the bombing of Darwin, I think, but I don't really know that much about it. I haven't really looked into it. I haven't read excuse me, puppy. I hadn't read his previous book. What was his previous book called? What am I forgetting? Boy Swallows Universe. I haven't read Boy Swallows Universe, but I've heard really good things about it. So it was kind of vaguely on my radar. So I'd heard of Trent Dalton, but I hadn't really looked into it. And yeah, they sent me this out of the blue, plus one of their reading journals. So I was excited to receive it. Kind of outside my expected zone. I was like, thank you. Going outside my comfort. We'll see what I end up thinking of this. I will aim to read it at some point. A little short story collection that I picked up is Tales from the Hinterland by Melissa Albert. This is the short stories that go along with The Hazelwood and The Night Country. Apparently The Night Country got like recalled in Australia for legal reasons. Not sure what was happening there. That's what my bookseller said to me. But this is a collection of the short stories from that universe, and I'm excited to read it. I was going to try and fit it in April. It just didn't end up happening. But the series is like a portal-ish fantasy. I really enjoyed the original series, but they're weird, so I'm excited to pick this up. Next up, we have a couple of middle grades, so both of which are sequels actually. So first off, we have Bridge of Souls by Victoria Schwab, which is the third book in the City of Ghosts series by her. I'm not sure how much I'm going to love this. Apparently it still has a lot of Harry Potter references in it, despite being very recently published, so we'll see. But I have enjoyed this series thus far. It's middle grade ghost stories. I like those vibes, so we're here for it. I'll be picking this up sometime soon. The other middle grade I picked up was The Strange Worlds Travel Agency book number 2, Edge of the Ocean by LD Lipinski. I really loved book 1, so I was very excited for book 2 to come out. I'm not sure when I'm going to get around to this, but this is a middle grade about a girl who discovers this shop where you can, or a travel agency where you can pick different suitcases and go into different worlds. The first one was so much fun. More things in the realm of sequels. We have The Memory of Souls by Jen Lyons. I read the second book in this series, The Name of All Things, last month, or in April, right at the start of April, so I picked up book 3. I'm a bit annoyed because it's not floppy, but alas, what can you do? Book 4 is coming out real soon, I think, so I'm excited to get to this, hopefully in the not too distant future, and move on to book 4. I think it's going to be a 6-book series. I'm excited about it. I'm always excited about books, so that's probably a bad way to describe it, but sorry, I'm uncomfortable. I'm just trying to reposition. Now the sequel, we have Occulta by Maya Matane. This is the sequel to Nocturnal, which I really enjoyed. I think I gave it 3.54 stars, but I thought it was really fun. And it's a Mexican-inspired, Spanish-inspired fantasy. And the main character could like take other people's faces, and there was shadow magic. My memory is hazy, but I remember really enjoying book 1. So and it kind of ended on like a moderate cliffhanger, like lots of loose ends. So I really want to see how this continues on, and I think it's just a duology, I think. I also picked up We Free the Stars by Hafsa Faizal after finishing book 1. This month I read We Hunt the Flame, put it last minute onto my TBR after everything kind of came out at the start of the month, and I was like, I want to buy book 2, but I got to read book 1 to read book 2. So I read book 1, I really enjoyed it. I picked up book 2. It was really fast paced, which was probably my favorite part of book 1. Like, it just zoomed by. And this one also has like over 100 chapters, so this should also zoom by. Like, really short chapters are a dream. It's a chunky book. It's like 600 pages, but like short chapters will serve me well. Also, I got the hardback because the paperback only came in a different cover, and like, look how stunning that is. Like, that's such a beautiful color. I'm really impressed by this book. I can't wait to read it. I also got King of the Rising, another sequel, this one to Queen of the Conquered, which I read in March, and gave 5 stars. I thought it was amazing. You can definitely see where like the sequel's going to spin into a different direction, so I had to pick up the sequel, which I think only just released, or just released in Australia. Yes, it came out in December, the first edition, but I couldn't get it till this month. But I think it's going to be amazing. This is a Caribbean duology from Case and Calendar, and I'm so excited. I thought the first book was amazing. It really delves into race relations, but also like slavery, grey morality. It was so good. I really loved book 1, so I can't wait to read book 2. I also picked up Mr. Impossible by Maggie Stiefvater, which I don't think was meant to be out till the start of May, but my book still got it in, so this is so I picked it up. So this is the sequel to the second book to it's the Dreamers trilogy. What was the first one called? Call Down the Hawk. I'm not a fan of these covers, but it's a floppy paperback, so we'll read it like in this format. That's fine. I am kind of just reading these because I'm obsessed with Ronan. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna like this. I didn't absolutely love Call Down the Hawk, but I didn't hate it either, so we'll see what I think of this one. These are like contemporary fantasy, fantabulism kind of stuff. I also picked up Fugitive Telemetry, which came out right at the end of the month. This is the newest Murderbot, so this is another sequel. Lots of sequels here, you can tell. And this is the 6th Murderbot, I think. Yes, the 5th one was a full-length novel. This one's a short one again. I love Murderbot. It's a hard sci-fi about an AI blended, part human, part AI security unit who is non-gendered. In the audiobook it was a male voicing the character, but they're in a female appearanced body, I believe. And and it's honestly the best. Like, they've hacked their own governance module, so they're in charge of their own thoughts and feelings. So their thoughts and feelings are so dramatic. I love it. It's so funny. I love the series. I will hopefully be squishing this into May because I'm so excited to read it. The past couple of months, my books from my lgbtq plus read subscriptions have been delayed, mainly due to COVID shipping and Brexit shipping issues, but like the past 3 months all arrived at once. So we have, like, within a week of each other. The first one that I ordered that took ages to come in was Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. This is a romance following a girl with a PhD, which is the main reason I ordered it, but obviously she's also black, and I think the love interest is Japanese, and it's a married in Vegas queer sapphic story. So I'm really excited about this. I'm going to be reading it in May. I'm so keen. Like, it just looks so good. I can't wait. It's also way shorter than I expected, but this is being read in May. The next month I ordered The Unbroken by C.L. Clarke, which is an Afro fantasy, I think. Very like political fantasy, but also sapphic. And I'm very excited about this as well. This one just took a little bit longer to come in, but like, it's chunky. It's like 500 pages. I'm very excited. I've heard really good things about this as well. I know Fado took like a whole month to read it, but not because it was bad, just because she didn't have time. So I'm so excited about this. I think it's going to be amazing. And then this month's one was Sweet and Bitter Magic by Adrian Tooley, which is another sapphic story, fantasy, and one of them's a source of magic and the other one has no magic. I'm not 100% sure about the plot, but you know me, I like to go into things kind of plotless. So I got this. I think it looks so sweet. I'm really excited to read it. I told you, I'm really excited about everything. But we're not done. There's so much more here. I picked up Malice by Heather Walter. This is a Sleeping Beauty retelling, but sapphic. A lot of this is also sapphic. A trend. And obviously it's the evil queen falls in love with Aurora. Again, this is also kind of chunky. I'm very excited about it. I don't know when I'm going to fit it on, but I'm excited about it. It looks great. I also picked up Down Comes the Night by Alison Saft. This is also apparently sapphic. Snow-drenched romantic fantasy. It's meant to be kind of gothic, but then I've heard from some reviewers that it's not that gothic at all. I think it's a bodyguard princess kind of trope. Kind of. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. I saw it. It looks cool. It looks pretty wicked. It's got a imprint on the front. I don't know if you can see that, but it is there. It looks so good. We're almost there, just a few more. I picked up The Infinity Courts by Kemi Dawn Bowman, which is one of my anticipated release, like highest anticipated releases of the year. Have I looked under the cover of this? I don't know if I have. Oh, I have. Oh, look at that. It's pretty. This is about Kemi Dawn Bowman's Chinese American? I can't remember. No, she lives in Scotland, but might be still American. Oh, I can't remember. This is following a girl who dies, and then like she gets murdered, and then this is about the afterlife and a robot that's like trying to take over the afterlife. I don't know, it sounds amazing. It's pretty chunky. I was trying to get to it at the end of April, but I didn't get there. But I'm gonna try and fit this in May as well. We're gonna try and squish it in. We also have The Beautiful Ones by Sylvia Marina Garcia. I wasn't expecting this to arrive until May, but it arrived early. This is a witchy fantasy, fairy tale-esque, I believe. Sweeping romance, rich with love, betrayal, and more than a dash of magic by Sylvia Marina Garcia. I loved everything I've read from her. She's amazing. And this is not going to disappoint. They have like 3 books coming out this year, and I'm excited about all of them. So this is the first one, and I don't know, I love this cover. It's beautiful. finally we have this arriving today. This is The Forest of Stolen Girls by June Her. This is June's second book. The Silence of Bones was the first one, which I loved. April and I read it together and I think we both gave it 5 stars, or really high 4 stars. Ooh, nice. Really simplistic, but I like the color. June writes Korean real life mysteries, not real life, contemporary mystery, but it's not contemporary because it's not contemporary, historical mystery, but it's not like fantasy or anything. And 13 girls have disappeared within this forest and the detective is like trying to sort it out. Silence of Bones was kind of the same. It was a Korean historical mystery. I'm so sorry, this is a fart box, my fucking vacuum machine. But I'm so excited about this. I'm gonna definitely try and squish it in May because I loved her first book and I can't wait to read this one. So that's where we're at. So these are all the books that I acquired in the month of April. I know it's a lot. It's a big stack, but I'm excited about them. And I'm very excited to read them all. And I'm gonna go have to find places on my shelf for them now, but there's space. I know there's space. Thank you so much for watching. If you've read any of these and you have like a 2-second opinion, like a 1-sentence opinion to give me, feel free to leave it down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time with another video. Bye!